How's it going, everyone? I am back after a little bit too long. I've been a little bit absent. I got stuck with IRL work and a whole bunch of things. So I haven't posted a video in a couple of days, and I felt terrible for it. So here we are back, and we have replays from Dreamhack Atlanta. So we're gonna have a look at some of the best players in the world playing against each other in this tournament. So our first matchup, we have a Zerg player from Finland. You know who it is. It's Serral. His opponent, a Protoss player from South Korea. We're looking at Zoun. I am super excited to watch some of these games. Now, I'm going to be casting some of these as best of threes, best of fives, you know, in this series format. Some of them as individual games, obviously depending on the time. Like this one, I really wanted to do the whole series, but one of the games is half an hour long. Not this one. So, you know, that series becomes like an hour long to do, and unfortunately I don't quite have the time at the moment to do such long ones. So I'm gonna kind of pick and choose, you know, from when I can, and depending on how much time I have to record. So yeah, hopefully I can bring them as series, because obviously that makes the most sense. But yeah, we'll have a look. So these two players, first of all, Serral. It is Serral. I have Serral replays once again. I'm already excited. I'm giddy as a schoolboy being able to cast some of his games. But Zoun also, really good Protoss player. So I'm very excited to see what happens between these two. In terms of what we have in the early game so far, we have quite standard openers from both players. Gateway into Nexus into Cyber Core. And we'll see the tech of choice after the Cyber Core. Serral, he went for Hatchery, obviously got blocked, and then into the spawning. So Pro blocked him on the low ground here. He went to take his natural. No real issue. He is already sending a couple of Zerglings across the map. No, he's taking them to... he's just sending one across to scout. The others he's using to go get that pro. Tech of choice for Zoun is a Stargate, so nothing out of... or nothing quite a surprise there. Yeah. Deb's gonna go across, see if it could get anything done. In terms of, just before the game gets too busy and I can't talk rubbish anymore, in terms of what I'm planning on doing, I am planning on getting back onto the ladder. It's been way too long for me to play ladder, and I'm actually planning to have, you know, about 2 days a week of ladder games and then the others professional games. Yeah, I'm just, again, it's just time at this point. I'm at this point waking up at 4:30 in the morning to do some recording before I have to go to actual work, because yeah, it's that time of the year where work is just bleh. I mean, I guess we all feel like this, right? It's end of the year. I don't know how it works in other countries, but we have holidays in December. December is some of our big holidays, and that's when people start to go away. You go see family over Christmas and things like that. So I don't know, I believe in America and things, the school holidays are different than ours. So there's a big summer holiday and it's winter now there, so obviously that's not it. For us, we have more holidays, but they're not as long. So like our December holiday is about a month long, and then we've got 3 others throughout the year. Yeah, so we're looking. That's school holidays, of course. Obviously, work people, they just, you get worked until you're dead. Void Ray. Void Ray's gonna kill the Overlord, yeah. Serral sees a couple of things. But yeah. So it's that time of the year where it's like, okay, I'm tired of my job. I want a break, and I want to just not have to worry about it. But before that can happen, it is crazy busy, and I think probably there's a bunch of you that can relate to that and are experiencing the same in your own careers. If you're not and you're still rejuvenated, that's so nice. Tell me what you do for a living. Alrighty, back to the StarCraft. There is a Robo, at least I did see a Robo, and the Twilight. Yep, I forgot the building's name, or at least I thought I got it wrong. At the same time, Templar Archives, so we're going to see some Archons and stuff. And Zoun is starting with Charge, right? He didn't get Blink, no, he's starting with Charge. So it's looking to be a bit of a Zealot Archon Immortal, if I'm not mistaken. Which is pretty cool. We'll have to see how Serral responds to that. I love this matchup now. I think Zerg versus Protoss has become such an enjoyable matchup because there's, even though the openers are similar, but if you look at Terrans, for instance, Terrans openers are generally very similar. You know, it's supply depot barracks into gas factory starport. You know, 1-1-1, somewhere along the lines you build a CC, and then you make Marauders and Marines. But that's still an exciting matchup. Archon drop. So I kind of feel like Protoss now is also like that. We always tend to see the Stargate, but then thereafter, the paths do split quite a bit, and we see some differences in tactics, like this one, the Archon drop. I haven't had an Archon drop in a while, which is cool. I like it. And Archon drops are quite dangerous. We need some roaches here. Okay, the roach patrol is on the way. Serral splitting up his army a little bit. Yeah, doing a decent job. Needs to get the queens out there to start hitting that War Prism as well. I can feel I haven't cast it in a while. I'm forgetting the names of things. In terms of workers, we're looking at 70 workers. Ooh, queens going up against the Archons. 73 versus 71, so workers quite tight. This is insane how Protoss is playing this now. And this is all Protosses, they're all making the same amount of workers as Zerg players. I love it. We see a Spire. Ooh, and a Baneling Nest. Okay, the Baneling Nest is obviously not to deal with the Archons. That much is obvious. Okay, so Serral's keeping eyes on when that base will go open, but did Zoun just go this way to confuse Serral? Huh. Disruptors obviously good against literally everything if they hit. If they hit, they can deal some serious damage. Serral's supply is jumping up nicely, but obviously that's the way Zerg production kind of works. So both players taking a very passive approach here in the early game. They haven't really gotten into conflict with each other too much, apart from the Archon drop, which I believe is now over. Where is the War Prism? Ah, it's still going. He's still floating it around, seeing if he can get something done. What on earth did he hit there? Yeah, this Protoss army is going to become pretty scary soon. It's only one Immortal, so it's more going to be Archons and Disruptors. That is a strange combination. Roaches escorting the War Prism out of here. You may leave, sir. You are not welcome here. For Serral, that's a lot of Zerglings. He's going up straight into Vipers. Yeah, Serral standard. He always gets Vipers the minute he goes into the Hive. Yeah, it's just a good unit, very strong unit. So much utility, so much you can do with it. Now, Blink is coming up for Bunny. These Archons are still gonna try. Ooh. This War Prism is flying over everything. Oh, here we go. He sees the Vipers and instantly recalls. He knows it's not safe there anymore. Greater Spire on the way. So, potential for Broodlords. We also have Adrenal Glands. Now, the players are just getting all the upgrades. But look at this army. This is Baneling galore. I wonder if Serral has had a look at his opponent's army. It's mostly Archons. Archons don't care for Banelings. Oh, he's got to watch out for the Storms. Storm is researched. Storm is not researched. Ah. Those High Templar are literally just to feed back the Vipers. Banelings rolling in. Getting a lot of Archons. Yeah, they're getting rid of the Zealots, but it's always... Yeah, it's the dance with the Disruptor. You've got to be careful of that Disruptor. Parasitic Bomb going down onto the Oracle. Serral going in once more. And avoiding... Okay. How do I feel about that engagement? Yeah, Zerg lost a lot, but he actually didn't lose that many gas units. He got rid of a bunch of High Templar. Nice. I didn't even see the High Templar go down. Okay, and we see bunch of Corruptors. Yep, the Broodlords are going to be on their way. And that's great because Broodlords are going to counter these Disruptors quite handily. And Archons. Broodlords are very strong against Archons because Archons just can't get to them in time. But it is okay. Bunny's got Blink, so he can quite easily go into Stalkers. Doesn't have to worry too much. A lot of static defense being set up here by Serral. And, did I say Bunny? Zoun. Did I say Bunny? I'm going mad. I know I want to cast the Bunny game against Serral. So if I said Bunny, I meant Zoun. I have no idea. Ow. That one hurt me. That hurt my feelings. So yeah, if at any point I say some random name instead of the name I should be saying, just imagine in your head with me that I'm saying the right name. Zealot run by here on this side, gonna get rid of that base. Oh, that wasn't even a cancel. Ooh, ouch. Banelings! Nice. Okay, and this large army is running straight in. Disruptors gonna get another decent hit, but the Broodlords are here, and that is dangerous. Zoun is gonna try to get that base, but he's scared of the Broodlords. He has to be. Serral somehow saves the base. Gets rid of a couple of High Templar there. Yeah, the Broodlords, they're going to do a lot of work. Along with the Viper support there we see some yoinks onto the Disruptors. So for those of you that didn't know, if a Disruptor sends its Disruption Nova out and a Viper pulls it, it cancels the animation. But it cancels the ability, not even just the animation. So, ooh, that was dangerous. He pulled the Archons under his own Broodlords. Yeah, this army is going to be a little bit scary to deal with. He doesn't have any good answer. He is getting Tempests now, Zoun that is. So the Tempests are going to help a lot. Zerglings getting rid of a lot of those workers and now getting rid of the base. Serral's going to cycle around, leave the Zerglings to do their job. Yeah, with Adrenal Glands and what do we have? +2 melee. They're strong. Both armies cycling around now. The Banelings are going to be nice to protect the Broodlords. I like this army from Serral. It's a little bit different. Normally you'd expect to just see Roaches along with the Broodlords, but the inclusion of the Banelings is very interesting because that helps for things. Ooh. Zoun, did you forget about that? I don't think you got anything done there. Maybe a couple of workers. But yeah, the Banelings are able to get rid of things like the Zealots and the Stalkers so that the Broodlords have free reign over the rest of the armor. Massive attack here into the southern base of Zoun. Army's gonna come to get rid of... Zerglings will get rid of the base. Zoun's army's gonna try come get rid of Serral, that is. Those Zealots are doing the walk of shame back to base after realizing that they can't get any damage done. More Broodlords on the way, Infestors on the way. Yeah, Serral going into that extremely late game army with the spellcasters that is so very difficult to control. So your mid-cam Zerg army generally is okay to control. Zerglings, Banelings even, Roaches, stuff like that. Easy enough to control. with these spellcasters, it suddenly becomes a lot more difficult. And I mean, that's true for any race. The minute you add in the spellcasters, your army becomes quite difficult to control. With Zerg, you're adding in 2 spellcasters at a time. Oh, that was so clever. He left the Banings, got some big explosions on the High Templar. So we've got Vipers, we've got Broodlords, we've got Infestors, we have Corruptors in this one army. Then in the other army, we've still got a couple of Roaches and Ravagers. That's a lot. Zoun, we do see he is going into... No, not that one. Skytoss, so he's getting his carriers in. He's going to be using them along with some High Templar for support. He does have Storm now, so the High Templar are going to be very good. Zealot's making a move again and then running for the hills once more. Now these players are in a bit of a stalemate. I'm surprised that Serral isn't in too much of a rush to get this base. He's kind of content to just take this one. But I guess the gold at this point for him is like not so much value, right? Upgrades are pretty slow. Serral's got his +3 now, but Bunny's only on 2-2. +1 air upgrades. No. I feel like by this stage, both players should have been maxed out on upgrades. Maybe I'm wrong. Stalker's coming in, catching the Broodlord. Serral not paying attention for a split second, but luckily it's okay. Not too much that Zoun can capitalize on. There's so much happening on all sides of the map. It's like, where am I looking at the same time? We see a mothership building for Zoun, so that army's going to be cloaked and be able to do funny things like teleport across the map. Although not a lot of players use it that way. That's annoying. Bunch of Stalkers getting rid of that base. And, yep. Broodlords, they are not fast. They take their time to do anything. So, not a very good defensive unit necessarily. Stalker's gonna just go straight and do it again. Yeah. Ooh! Fungal gets hit on those Stalkers. Nice. Yep. That scared Zoun off. Fungal into Broodlords. Hello. Accidental player. What's it called? It's that stupid upgrade. I can't remember what it's called. That one. It's the one that no one uses. Oh no. Alright, I forgot. I'll have to look it up afterwards. I literally cannot remember what that ability is called. Anyway, it was accidentally cast. Although, to be fair, if that's Serral's only mistake is randomly casting a spell in the middle of the map, that's pretty good as a player. Yeah, both players are playing pretty flawlessly. They're playing very well. Ooh, it's a big army. And neither is really able to kind of get the upper hand on the other one for the moment. Zerglings are moving into this base. They're gonna get rid of it. Yeah, look at it. No. Oh, it gets cloaked at the last minute to get saved. Good work, mothership. Stalker's now moving from the south from the gold base, which also got taken out. Did I see that or did I miss that? Maybe I was focused on the stupid upgrade that I couldn't remember. Yeah, so both players have a very strong army, but Zoun he's running out of money a little bit. Serral has just been knocking him down, knocking him back the whole time. Here again, sends those Zerglings in, knocks him back down to 4 bases. So, you know, if he doesn't make a plan soon, I mean, he's got a good army. That air army is very good, but this is Serral. Serral doesn't care for Skytoss. He knows how to deal with it. And it's not the biggest air army that I've ever seen, and generally you want it supported by Archons and things like that, because the Zerg spellcasters they can just rip through this. So, being pushed down to 3 bases. One Void Ray trying to get rid of Zerglings, that's interesting. Serral even lands a corrosive bile on that Void Ray. gets a lot to micro at this stage of the game. Alright, we're gonna see it here. We're gonna see the big engagement between these two armies. Fungal gets hit. Fungal chain. Mama ship gets drawn in. Yep, that's out of the way. Yeah, Serral's content to let this base go. There's not too many workers there. At the same time, his army is getting rid of a lot of workers of Zoun. Serral is moving to get the gold base now himself. Storm coming out. Yeah, there comes the Fungal once again. Zergling's coming from the other side. Gonna Fungal again. Yeah, and now Parasitic Bomb is on that army. The Corruptors are flying in the middle, which means there's no interceptors. And the Corruptors can have a great time getting rid of everything. Well, if there's enough Corruptors left, there actually isn't. Quick remax. And that's gonna sort out that problem. Ooh. Are we gonna see Neural Parasites? Yep, onto the Tempest. And now it's Skytoss versus Skytoss. And I think just with the use of the reinforcements and the infestors with their parasitic, no, what's that thing called again? I just said it. Well, whatever, that one. GG is called. For a bit of a lame ending from my side. But yeah, Serral just rips through that air army with his spellcasters, and that was such a good game to watch. So Zoun built up a great army, but yeah, if you can control all those units in the late game and do like that, the move with the Corruptors, which is actually called the Loco maneuver, which is a very interesting one. But yeah, so there we go. Good game by Serral, good game by Zoun, and that's the first one for Dreamhack Atlanta. I'm going to be bringing you a ton of the games. I'm just going to be churning them out as much as I can. I hope you enjoyed this one. Like if you did. I appreciate all of the support, the likes, the comments, the everything, and then subscribe if you want to see more StarCraft content. That's it for me today, and I will see you in the next one.